Thanks, sir. 7:42 is the time. WTIC. Alden Davis is here. It's been 6 weeks since Alden's been here. Hi.
Time has gone quickly. Hi.
These are difficult times with which to deal. There's a lot going on here, and that's kind of what Star Power is all. How can you thrive in uncertain times?
Exactly right.
What are you doing today?
Well, today we're going to go back to zero. It's a good thing everyone's with us this morning because today,
yes,
we're going to go back to the roots of Star Power.
Ooh.
Because we're going to go back to go forward. Do you think Scott's listening this morning? Because Scott is ready for you 2.0. It's time for the shift. Now, if you're ready to get involved, get the handout at myvaluetree.com because Coach is going to give you some heat right when we get ready to start.
All right, it's coming up. 7:43 WTIC. Mike Herrera is doing sports this morning. He'll join us. Don't forget Manufacturing Matters at 8 this morning. Oh, yeah. 7:43. All right, 7:50 is the time on WTIC. Okay, I think we have time to go to school. What's up, Alden?
Well, we're going to go back to zero. Back to zero is the process of resetting ourselves. It's about reaching a new starting line, starting the next ascent. It's time to take stock. Welcome back to Star Power, Saturday morning coaching. And what happened to our summer, Ray? Labor Day's passed us by. School buses are running again. College football has begun. Yeah. We're reminded that time is moving on, making today's Star Power coaching of great importance. Coach is here today to encourage you to find you 2.0.
Reworked, then.
That means finding the next remake of you. It means acting on staying relevant in a world that seems to be moving quickly. Give it some heat. Every day you let pass is another day of scouring. Familiar with that term, scour?
No.
It's a great geotechnical term dealing with the effect of water hydraulics on bridge supports. As the water flows around the bridge's foundation, it creates little vortices on the backside, which dig away at the riverbed. Without correction, the foundation ends up weakened and washed out. Kind of a bad thing, huh?
Yeah.
So, Coach, what's scour got to do with me, you might ask? Well, time is the water, and we're the supports. Without attention, we too will get washed out.
Yikes.
The goal of Star Power is to always be in a position of choice in your life, getting to pick our future. The scouring of time takes away our choice. To prevent the effects of scouring, bridges need the supports reinforced and maintained, and so do we. The coaching tip for today is pay attention to staying relevant, and that means starting today. Not watching movies this afternoon, Ray.
Oh, thanks.
Earlier this week, I got to hear Steve Jurvenston on a financial show. Steve's a relatively young venture capitalist, all in for tech. He's heavily invested in Tesla and sits on their board. Man, when he talks about the future of tech, it's both exciting and sobering. In his view, advancements in the design and application of software are becoming transformative. Just look at technology adoption curves. For 50% of the population to own cars, VCRs, telephones, microwaves, radios, televisions, it took between 20 to 70 years. In your experience, compare this to the adoption of smartphones or the internet. We are watching it happen every day. Look at the adoption of apps and devices such as Fitbit or Jawbone that give you real-time measurements of your metabolism. Years ago, when technology adoption took almost a career's worth of time, the world moved so slowly that scouring had little impact on a person. My view is we are dealing with time frames now for technology adoption in the 5-year range, which means we must remake ourselves 6 times in our career just to stay relevant. Give it some heat, and let's hit this work with a Star Power reminder. Star Power is a 5-point model designed for action, and today it means staying relevant. Follow along in today's handout at myvaluetree.com. And let's go through it. First point, aspiration. Don't settle. Don't get stuck. This is how the scouring begins. Aspire to stay relevant. Get your head out of the day-to-day and look down the road 6 months. Where is your world heading? Can you do anything today to prepare for that future? Remember, if you don't care, the scouring of time begins and the world will blow by you. Stay relevant. Second point, appearance. There is much more involved here on image management, but for today, could you at least check your physical appearance?
No.
Maybe it's time to grow up out of your college sweatpants and jeans. Maybe you could get a haircut that looks a little more with it.
Yeah.
Look at the people who influence your future. Hey, try dressing like them. Maybe it's time for a lab coat. Maybe it's time to get new glass frames. Whatever it is, be wary that your look hasn't gotten stale. Why? because we want to appear relevant. Third point, abilities. Don't think that just because you trained in something, people have to pay you for it. Listen to the needs of those around you. The objective is to have skills that someone is willing to pay for. If technology is moving as quickly as we believe, that means your skill set from the 80s is gone. The 90s is passé. The 20s is already lame. I'm not talking about a total redo, but how about a slight upgrade? The big deal today is being able to spot where your industry is moving and prepare for where it will be, not where it is today. Point 4, associations. This is probably one of the best and easiest ways to stay relevant, and that means being in a professional association. You will always have access to current speakers and topics. You will always have access to other professionals in your field. It makes no difference what your craft is. Find or start an association. This is probably one of the single most important things you can do, starting right now, to stay relevant and minimize the impact of scouring. And the 5th point, accountability. My mom has a good strategy for holding herself accountable to staying relevant. She maintains friendships with people half her age. Not only is it fun, it brings a constant flow of new ideas and challenges to her. Why does she have a flat screen TV? The younger people made sure she stayed with the program. Give it some heat and stay relevant. I'm Coach Davis.
You've been listening to the Magic Hour, the Hour of Power with Alden Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, please send your love donations to Box 2753, Del Rio, Texas. This is your good neighbor along the way.
The night was